Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy to see you. Happy you're here. I'm going to wait 1 second. A couple more people going to hop in. As always, usually takes a minute or two to get things started. It won't, though, starting Monday. But for now, as we get warmed up and get comfortable with all of this, I really hate flying, especially during the winter, obviously, right? Go to New York for like 3 days and boom, I'm like totally under the weather. But I'm not letting the weather stay on top of me and getting control of this over here. Just trying to push and keep myself going because I know that tomorrow I can start my day a little later, right? Because tomorrow's the weekend. And over the weekend, we don't stop what we're doing. We may give ourselves some time to recover. Good to see lots of second time, third time challenge members here. What up, Alone? Good to see you. Guys, one of the big things on the call is video cameras are on. It's not because I care about seeing you on camera. It's because if we have 10 or 20 or 17 of us all together on camera, we're all sharing each other's energy. We're able to see each other. We're able to connect, right? But if you're just sitting here and everyone's looking at a bunch of screens and a bunch of names, it's pretty cool. But like if we're all smiling at the same time, all happy at the same time, all that energy transfers, right? So let's make it a point that throughout the challenge and throughout every single call, video cameras are on and you're seated or moving in front of your camera like that, people can see you, everybody can connect, see some more cameras popping on in. That's awesome. Good to see you guys. So there's a couple members on my team here that joined, and then there's a couple second time, first time challenge members. For those of y'all, if it's your first time here, just go ahead, hop in the chat, let everybody know that you're here. And it's not to show the newbies, it's to show the guys who are doing this the second and third time, hey, look out for these people, right? If you see that they're not doing something properly, you feel like something that they're posting or something that they're doing can be done a little better, maybe you have some experience with that, just go ahead and offer that, right? Say what's up and get involved with the people, because at the end of the day, right, we as real estate agents, we're super used to just looking at we're trying to find clients, we're trying to find people. We don't realize that sometimes some of the best clients, some of the best people you can take care of are your friends in this industry, right? I have a couple of real estate agents who trust me to help them with their buying and selling of their own properties. They won't do it themselves. So sometimes you never know where that may come from. So a couple of things I wanted to cover this morning. First of all, the general rules of the challenge in order to make sure that you stay here. I'll be covering this every class that we're on just to make sure that everybody remembers. First thing, right? Every call that we're on, we're all here together. Cameras are on, microphones are muted unless otherwise, right? Part of what we're doing, just so like that, everybody can pay attention. Everybody can hear everything we're doing. There will always be a recording of every single call. Okay, so if you miss a couple of things, or if you miss a couple of words, or there's a question, or there's something that you need an answer to, feel free to always put it in the chat. Feel free to always bring it up, even if you're not in the position right now to actually take the answer and implement, because there will always be a recording. However, not always will we remember the questions we have, which is another big thing that's helped me everywhere that I go and everything that I do. I always have a pen and a paper with me, a notebook with me, something to be able to write down in case I have a question, in case something comes up. Literally in my office, I have these sticky note post-it boards all over, and I literally have like one, two, there's three whiteboards here, right? So like all these things are always just there in order to be able to download things, right? Coach Bert told me the first time I met him, we hung out, we spoke, and he said one of the most important things you have to always remember is that when you're downloading and you're sharing things with the world, right, you're literally like sharing of yourself. These are things that if you haven't taken the moment to actually sit and share them with other people, people wouldn't know what's going on in your head. So every time that you share, you come up with something and you feel like it's something you learned and you don't share it with people, you're literally depriving the world of your greatness, especially now where we're all setting out on this mission to really not just grow and scale our business, but grow and scale the relationships and the connections that we have to people. And one of the best ways to do that in today's day and age is by getting out there, recording and sharing videos, not just voice messages, not just text messages, not just voicemails. So one of the big things that we're going to focus on here in this challenge is making, recording, and sharing video, both in short form, both in long form, short form being things like 10-second videos, the birthday videos, quick information tips that you may send out an email. And then more longer form videos like Reels and Facebook live streaming and YouTube videos and things like that. So I have about 400 videos right now that are published on YouTube. I also have another channel where every single video that every recording and everything gets saved over there. Essentially, it's a massive library, right? Where you're able to always go back and reference things if ever you need it. Now think about the way that people who may be wanting to connect with you or get answers to certain questions may be able to now scroll through your profile and see all these answers to all these questions that they may have without have to actually pick up the phone and talk to you. The 24/7 version of myself is a lot more fun, engaging, and intriguing than the 3 a.m. version of me. I promise you that, right? So if we're able to now go and take all of these videos and record that to all look the same way, essentially it'll make everything a lot easier for you to actually become a lead magnet. So throughout this challenge, we're going to put a massive focus on this. We're going to have a 30-day live video challenge that's going to start on day 21. So if you've never participated in one of those, don't worry, we'll give you all the information. Another big thing that we'll be doing throughout the challenge is trying to, as best as we can, become what's called the mayor of your town, the mayor of your city, the person that when people think real estate, when people think events, when people think connections, when people think relationships, they think about you. And that's all going to be done throughout systematically following everything that I'm going to lay out for you. Everybody who's purchased the 90K 90 Days book that was mailed out yesterday, I'm waiting to get all of the tracking numbers, and then you'll each get an email update with your tracking numbers, so you'll have that, and you can reference that. One thing I will strongly encourage you, though, is not to skip ahead of anything that's in the book because it's a process, right? The reason I wrote it all up into a book is like that it's there if anybody wants to do it. But at the same time, don't rush ahead of everything because there is a certain fun to really enjoying this process, right? Todd Bailey's been with me since the beginning of the first challenge. He's done both challenges and a bunch of live streams, right? And there's lots of times I found myself having a conversation with him in terms of like, okay, but I want to do this and I want to get this done and I want to get this done, right? And in the beginning, we did a lot of things, but not always were we able to be consistent or stay as consistent on those things, right? But after the foundation of the first challenge, and a couple other participants also found the same thing, that after running through the first challenge and starting the second round of it again, right, that consistency really started kicking off and they really started seeing bigger results, right? I would venture out to say that everybody who really completed and went all the way through the 90K, right, and are finishing over the off this year with that number and higher, right, is really the success really started coming in more the second half of the year, because that's when we were able to restart, reprogram, and kind of get consistent with what we're doing. And then all of those things started coming back in because we were around to collect all of the benefits and to collect all of the results. So if at any time throughout the challenge you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling unsure, hey, get with it. It's okay to feel nervous, overwhelmed, and unsure. Just keep going. Okay, so don't stop, especially now throughout the holidays. Like I had a client literally tell me yesterday, Joe, everybody knows nothing happens around Christmas and nothing happens around New Year's. And I was like, well, clearly you're not that involved as you're telling me as an investor in real estate, because I mean, I've been working nonstop, and I'm sure some of y'all have too, right? So the goal really for today is to get yourselves situated to where we have total focus and clarity in terms of being able to move forward and not fall behind at any days, right? And the goal to be able to doing that is to sitting down and to really getting intentional with your time. We spoke about this a little bit on Sunday, right? And I'm actually going to be sharing with everybody who's on this call a little daily planner, that one paper that I mentioned. So we took it, instead of just sending it as a book, it's one paper. You can just reuse it. You'll have it. And every day, it's the 4 non-negotiables. What are the 4 things or 3 things or 5 things that you need to do in order to start your day? What are those things that before you do those things, your day has not begun? And then after that, what is your schedule for the day? What are the biggest things that you need to accomplish? I work really, really well by using this way of eliminating things. I take things away as they go, right? So like if I have a massive list, instead of just like, trying to work my way through the list, then only making it to the 3rd or 4th thing because I saw the 10th, 11th, and 15th thing, and I wanted to do those things first, was I really take the things that are hardest for me to do, the things that I really don't want to do, the video recording, the slide editing, the typing, the emails, all that stuff, and I get all that stuff done first, right? I find the earlier I get to the office, the earlier I'm able to get those things done. Then I'm able to move on with, whatever else that I wanted to do. Then making time to schedule appointments, right? So what I like to do is I like to first prepare the ground for me to make money, right? So first do all that sewing in the morning, right? So the calling, the dialing, the texting, I literally do not respond to any active clients or contracts before 11 o'clock in the morning. And what I do is I save the time early in the morning, literally from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock, to go through any potential leads that I may be able to turn now into the people that I will not talk to until 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'm trying to move those people throughout my day, right? So now if I'm talking to them here in the morning, scheduling the appointment, we're good to go. I move on along from 11 to 11:30, 12 o'clock. I give myself time to talk to any open contracts that I have, any sellers. Today's Friday, right? So I'm reaching out to any sellers who may want updates from me. Just a little heads up. If you're ever going to be calling sellers for a price reduction, do it on Friday afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. Okay, they will get you off the phone just as fast as you're able to get them on the phone, whatever it is that you're asking for, so long as you come to them with stats, data, and history, like proof of your performance. Whatever you're asking for, you'll get. Okay, and the phone call will go something like this. Hey, just wanted to give you your quick weekly update on your listing. This is what's going on. We've had 4 showings. There's 4 more properties on the block that are now listed for sale that are 20% less than us. I think that we should lower our price by 10%. Okay, have a good day, right? Have a good weekend. Do what you got to do. Send me the paperwork, right? Because they're already in weekend mode. They don't want to talk to you, especially now. This is like a long New Year's weekend. So if you're looking for price reductions, the best time to get those is in the afternoon on Friday. So if you have any of those, you should be doing that today, right? Now, for those of you who don't have listings, a quick thing for me that's worked really well. I got a couple text messages over like last weekend from different real estate agents, and I was able to clearly tell which ones were from certain brokerages, because one text message read something like, hey, hope you're doing great and enjoying this holiday weekend. Check out this new listing I have. Click the link below, right? And I was like, okay, awesome, right? The second one was, hey, super, I'll go back and read them. Like each one of them was, hey, hope you're doing well. It's been a minute since we've connected, right? Looking forward to reaching out to you, or looking forward to speaking with you. I remember each one. And then there was another one, which is the one that we sent out, which was, hey, hope you're doing well, right? Take the time to enjoy your family this weekend. Your friend, me, that's it. Because when you're able to take the people from out of the seeing you as just the real estate agent, just the person who's always trying to sell them mortgages, just the person who's always trying to sell them properties, just the person who's, yes, we do want to stay top of mind. And yes, we do want them to know that when it comes time to buy or sell, they should think of us. But think about it these days, right? How many people have you interacted with in the last couple of days that you've made money with that are friends? People that like you're close with, right? Especially now around the holidays. Which friends of yours that you've made money with this year are inviting you to go hang out? Which people are, the people that are in your like pinned text messages, right? Those people, if you came off to them as just a real estate agent, as just somebody who did whatever you do, then it's like those people would be like, okay, well, they're cool, but like, yeah, like you wouldn't be in their holiday plans. So by being able to have the fact that we're real estate agents stay top of mind, at the same time also be there as a friend, at the same time genuinely build relationships and connections with people, right? It's a challenge that we all face because we're never really sure. There is no real guidebook these days as to, okay, what does it actually take to be a modern day real estate agent? The answer is I figured it out, and we're all going to go through this together over the next 90 or some odd days, because we have these 2 kickoff calls. Now, they are the ones that send you holiday cards, Todd, and we're the ones who send them holiday cards too, right? We'll get into the mailers as well, and towards like the middle half of the challenge, because mailers cost money, right? So I don't want you to just join the challenge and just start spending a bunch of money. I want to make sure that you can make some money before you start spending it. That being said, these kickoff calls are really here just to kind of get us all into the mindset, getting comfortable, getting ready to be here at 7:30 a.m., right? Ready to start, because it would kind of suck to start and not have everybody here with us on day one. So that's it for me for this morning. If y'all have any questions, or if there's anything that you need, or if there's anything that I can be of help with at any time, feel free to respond back to any of the emails. You'll get a replay email in about a half hour. So you'll have that. You can always come back and reference that. If there's anything else that I can be of help with to you throughout the day, feel free to reach out. I'm looking forward to doing this with you. Let's make it a great day.